You know, I hate having to turn off the sound. But just imagine it for a moment because, I mean, then again, there is always another place I'll be doing this in. Right now, I'm still a little far behind from absolutely doing it because, for one thing, I can't do from what I can't hear like I can do over there. Uh, you know, I got always the pros and cons about different things, but anyway. Also, I was reading this comment, right? Okay, so let's go all the way down. One of them I didn't quite understand about M9ST. I don't understand that, but anyway. So, cool, I'm glad you're a hero, but not everyone is willing to risk their life to play hero. They'd sooner call the cops and let them handle it, or just hope they don't see the person on the news. Yeah, here's the problem with that. They're still a hero. They're still playing hero. Some can absolutely, believe it or not, yeah. If you don't think that's playing the hero, then you're wrong. Because, you know, and there has been a time, believe it or not, that, and I'm not saying this about all cops, but there was cops that would absolutely rat out, and I don't know if they called it ratting out at the time, but yeah, they would say the actual name of why, like who did it, like who told on you. Blah blah blah, or such and such, or in this case, Brian Mehinger, or whatever his name is. You know, I don't remember the exact name, but anyway, there was something like that. Now it's like, well, we can't tell you that, sir, madam. We can't tell you who told on you. It ain't none of your business. I mean, how do you know somebody actually did? Because how else did you find out? I mean, you know, you would think it's because, you know, police are just smart enough to know, right? No, they're not. Because, you know, that's not part of their job. It's to actually automatically know where you're going to be and that you are the person they're actually looking for. Like, other than by description, because sometimes descriptions don't lead the exact person that they're looking for. Yeah, unfortunately, it's true. Because, like, a lot of times they can describe somebody all day long, and it turns out to be it was that blind guy that had the Mickey Mouse face. Because he had a cover mask on that was Mickey Mouse or whatever. It was, you know, whatever. You know, and that's what it turns out to be. So. Yeah, it's unfortunate that it's raining outside a little bit, but, you know. There's also, I'm reading this just in case you want to know where it's at. It's on Crunchyroll. The only place that allows comments that I know of, anyway. And it's on episode 1 to Another World, and that is under I got a cheat skill in another world and became unrivaled in the real world too. So, anyway. So I was also going to say this. I mean, we're so far up ahead right now. I could do this one day at a time now. I mean, I could have been doing it already as that way anyway, but that would have prolonged it even further. Because as long as this game is, it's not as long as Final Fantasy VII. You know. But I like to get as much as I can done of it that I'm satisfied with it, if that makes any sense. That and that I actually enjoy playing the game. You know. Even though I can't promise I'll be enjoying a game enough to absolutely whatever. Until I start getting into it. That is. And if I get stuck, then that means I'm probably not enjoying it. Probably. Depends on if it's the whole thing or one aspect of it, like being stuck. I should take that back. Who would enjoy being stuck? I wouldn't want to be. I don't. Because, see, I got stuck in Resident Evil. I got stuck in Castlevania. I got stuck in that game. I forget the name of it now, but you have to speed run it because it's the only way to do it. And it's called Obitus. I got stuck Parasite Eve and Parasite Eve 2. Apparently there wasn't a 1, but that is the one. Anyway, I got stuck. I'm just naming off the ones I can remember where I was at. I believe I got stuck in Final Fantasy 7 as well, but that was something else. And it was something optional that I didn't have to worry about, but I did anyway if I wanted to 100% the game. See, the thing about Final Fantasy 7 is I'm not going to promise to fully 100% it, because I think if I'm not mistaken, you're going to have to cheat anyway. I know what are 100%. In most games, you don't need to do 100% it. I mean, but you do if you want to pull off things that wouldn't be, like after you've already beaten it and everything. If you want to do the true full 100% game percentage of it, as long as it can have it. Otherwise, you really don't really need it depending on the game itself. Like, really, people don't think of it as 100%, but it is. Because, like, once you've already completed it, because, once the difficulty of it being without the cheat code, the cheat code doesn't make it as easy as you might think it does. So you figure it out, you can do the same thing as you could when you didn't have a cheat code on. That don't mean nothing. You could get stuck even without cheat codes. I've done it both ways. It doesn't matter. You think it matters, but it doesn't. The only way that makes it even matterful, that's not the word, matter, is if you can skip levels and go all the way down to the last bit of the game. And maybe sometimes it's kind of a point in case. I've had to do that with Duke Nukem Time to Kill, because it wouldn't let me go any further. Even when I was doing it on normal, it was a time it did that. With all the weapons I had and everything, and whatever, it just wouldn't let me go there. And I remember a time that I couldn't get no further because I was on easy mode. Even though easy mode most of the time is not as easy as you think it is kind of mode. It can still wipe the floor with you. And Duke Nukem Time to Kill is not one of them level up based combats. It's like one of them, if you call it a level up, it would be more like you're upgrading your weapons, I guess. Or getting another weapon that's actually better than the absolute pistol. So, anyway, let's get on with it. So we're going to go ahead and do some tutoring in this episode. So, let's go ahead and go out here, and yes, you will find her. I'm not going to talk to her right now because she does... We don't have a dance studio yet, though. Oddly enough, I'm just going to say it. There's never been a dance studio that I know of in Suikoden. I mean, I think they tried to come close, a few times, but not exactly quite on that Venture-esque kind of thing. So let's see what else we can find. We already know that she's over here now, because that's what she's supposed to be ultimately, I think, or whatever. That guy is there ultimately anyway, he never changed. We got some fields up here. Probably because we recruited, what's his name? There's quite a few interesting things you can get in Suikoden that you wouldn't think and this is not like any other game. It's part of why they call it 100 Stars of Destiny. But you never really think about it the first time. But yeah, you can have a songstress who gives you songs, a dancer who does dancing for whatever reason, just to show her up her dance moves, even though that probably makes no bit of difference. Whatever reason, a servant who's not, he's like more like a butler kind of guy that takes care of things for them, I guess, in your castle, but he doesn't take care of us. No, he's not required to. And we know he's free to do whatever he wants to. He's actually chosen to serve them on his own free will, which is pretty good once you think about it. If you decide to do that, because if that's your main role in life, your calling, and that's what you do. Why are we suddenly like this many bids? I don't remember this many bids being a thing. Maybe it's because I don't have enough stars of destiny. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. So there's also the idea that now I can't talk to this guy yet. So I mean, you really shouldn't anyway till you have all the paints anyway. And we will have all the paints. But yeah, this is what you call an artiste painting room. I don't think they actually specifically named it, but it is a thing. And then there's something else that comes later that I can't tell you about right now. But that will be a thing. So, on the 4th floor, will always be the main ultimate or penultimate deal for the meeting room. Even though it starts out 1st floor, or if you count the very beginning before you take it over, and there's that, and then as you go along, there's that one little thing, whatever, and then there's this place, it kind of updates on its own. It already automatically updates, but it gets even better. There's also something else I should go do that probably shouldn't matter, but right now, at this point, we can get something that absolutely kind of sort of actuates the castle that no other castle will ever get. It's exclusively to this castle. So, it's like, I think they kind of briefly mention it, but like, in other words, a greeter tells you that, yeah, you're at such and such, right? So, let's go to, I might as well get this over with anyway, because you probably might remember that there was a female soldier up here, right? Well, she's no longer here now. She's gone. So, now let's talk to this guy. But come to think of it, maybe Bear Blanchy would have been a good name. See, there you go. It doesn't matter whether you talk to him or not. So that kid right there is your greeter. So, but I'm not going to get him right now. No. I mean, I probably should, but I don't want to. So let's go to, I'm going to drop off that red paint, though, but not right now. So I'm going to go over here to, 10. I don't think, that one guy is going to be there in Rykon yet. That other guy is gone, too. I forgot about that. There's a soldier that was here, too. He kept naming the things. So, thank you very much. Peace has returned to this town. You're welcome. I guess. South and Rykon, I mean El Premier. Yeah, okay. He still got that in his hip for whatever reason. Good riddance to those Imperials. All thanks to my request for help, of course. It really wasn't your request. It was, whatever. Now here she is. Again, she's going to talk. I don't know why we keep walking her across her hip. Hooray! Good riddance to that ridiculous name. This is Tien. Okay, I thought she may have said something else. I know she said something about, but change it back. Anyway. But pretty much, there's plenty of people we can take care of, and I'm not worried about them. They're just like optional bystanders. We don't really need. The ones that we really need would actually make the castle more of a thing. I mean, well, that does make it more of a thing, but as far as like what kind of a more improvement it would be to the castle, well, we'll go about that later. So for now, we're going to go over here to the 2nd floor, drop off this red paint. We're going to get all the paints together. So what's coming up next? Let's see here. I don't think he's there yet. So if we go here pretty early, we're probably not gonna see it yet, but there will be something that we can see that only happens once in this entire game. It's much like how Flick was there. Otherwise, there's no purpose, and the only difference is, well, Flick was in a building. So let's see. I'll show you what I mean when we get there. So I think, let's see, where is it? Yeah, we'll go here. There's also a couple of recruits that I'm not getting. Yeah, like her. It's not a couple done with her, and another couple, two, and actually three up there in Sega. So yeah, and they're not here right now because I think they would have stopped us from landing or whatever. They would have been here. Either way, we can get. There's actually two ways of getting out of here now, so we don't have to actually worry about, wait for that guy to move. And that's that's what opens it up to that more freedom to move around when you have the blinking mirror. Teleportation actually helps out too, but the problem is until you get the blinking mirror, which I didn't want to have to spoil it until we got it, which it doesn't say anywhere in the game about this. So I was just better till I got it anyway. Anyway, you can actually, it kind of helps with the teleportation. The map really doesn't really help because it doesn't tell you that. However, more about the map later. Because for this room up here, it kind of leads into something else that we'll be able to learn later. So, we're getting close to where we can finally do some absolute things. So what you want to do is make sure you have saved because, well, let me, oh darn it, you can't exit the thing. That's not right. I'm just going to get rid of Malich, and not that it matters, but, I think we can get Stallion back now because, for whatever reason, they decided to leave him where we couldn't, get him if we wanted to. I remember a time when I could get him, but it was just, thing. So, yeah. My main party has always consisted of Flick and Victor. So, I mean, at least for the most part. Even though that you don't start out with them, no, but, I've never really had the Pahn as my main party. So, like I said, we will be doing the whole go around and going through all these things and showing off what they can do and everything. Probably wind up mainly leveling them up and everything. But for now, we're not going to worry about that. He's got Gale Rune on him. Doesn't really do him any good since we're not going to be using him. But it was just when we had to use him. Made him a little bit more efficient in battle. Without the Gale Rune on him, because it fits, you may not think it. Even though you can put it on any character you want to. But, yeah. It actually makes it more for him than it would be anybody else. Even though I'm sure you can get more later on. Now, let's see. I could get him. Oh, we do have Cleo. I was looking for Cleo. Who else should I put in? So right now we don't need Lucan. Except here. Don't think it really matters if we have him or not the party. And one of the things I always hate about Luke is not because that he's supposed to be a fighter or anything, but it just sucks to have him like one, because they had to put him as an S rank. I don't know why they didn't put him as another rank, because literally that would have been made him more sufficient, because he can't hurt nobody. Anyway, so I'm gonna go down here. I mean, you know, you can actually do a little bit more damage, penultimately, but he's still not as great a fighter as you might think. So, yeah, this is a good time to save. Because I took out Milich. I only needed Milich for one thing only. So, and that was just to recruit our songstress. Because now we have a singer. However, I can't show off the sounds or anything like that, so you'll have to wait till I get to it another way if you want to know more about it. So, I will be doing that when I get something else going on here. So, just keep that in mind. So, it's not like it's not going to happen at all. I just can't do it here. Copyright reasons. Because it's what it said. So, yeah, make sure you have at least saved. Commander, killer. This fellow here says she's Kasumi, the ninja from the hideout at Rocketpool. I like how he says fellow instead of her. Like, I guess you just can't tell, can you? Anyway. Yep, here's the thing here. Master Killer, I am Kasumi, a ninja from the village of Rakaku. Rakaku held off Imperial rule for a long time, but it finally fell to Teal McDowell's forces. Ah, that's right, yeah, Teal McDowell. Anyway. Our boss Hanzo helped me to escape with instructions to report the carnage to the Liberation Army. Why not just tell us earlier? Like it would have really made a difference. Anyway. Because even now, it doesn't make a difference. Anyway. Master Killer, I would like to join you in battle. Yeah, we don't have a choice. She's automatic. So, you know, whatever. Master Killer, please hurry. Teal's army is near. So the day has finally arrived. I am to fight General Teal. Commander, let us prepare to meet them. Yeah, I could have sworn we had a choice in the matter. So if you didn't say, you're screwed. They're here, they're here on the far shore, quite a number of troops. Commander, Killer, I suggest we first engage in a brief skirmish to test their power. So that's what makes it a strategy. So I'm gonna say this, even though you don't have, I don't think you have a choice in the matter. But I'd rather not fight my father. What are you talking about, Commander? You knew this day would arrive. No, how the hell are we supposed to know that? And when in the entire game does it actually indicate that you actually are supposed to fight him unless you absolutely know about it? But I'd rather not fight my father. You are now the leader of the Liberation Army. Take a look at your men. Can you forsake them? What the hell are you talking about? Yeah, I can. I can forsake them. Commander, Killer, you were destined to meet this opponent. No, I wasn't. You know, not in battle anyway. You know, because maybe I was, but it's like the destiny part is like, how are we supposed to know that? Anyway. Anyway, what are you okay, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to do this one more time so that we have an instance to do this. Okay. Yeah. So, we have to choose the cold route. I mean, like, even though it says, my father goes his way, I go my way. But when does that ever really implicate necessarily that you're looking to fight your father? I mean, like in physical hand-to-hand combat of any sort of kind. Literally. When does that ever lead to that? I really want to fight my father because I went my way. I mean, yeah, you're still fighting your father because he decides to do whatever, right? But it's not like you're trying to physically fight him, and that's not how it's being taken either. But now they turn it into that. Fine. Fine, I will do it. Battle with Tio, round 1 of 2. I mean, round 1. Yeah, and this is like, I think, like the last time we'll go to round 1 or 2. Traitors, I'll show no mercy, not even for my son. By my name, I swear, Tio McDowell. Master Tio. Ow! Ow! I already, it doesn't give you good enough time to give, to practice, to let out the name if you're gonna do one. I mean, the voice. What am I talking about? Name. Name. Alright, so what we want to do now. See, now this is the reason why you have ninjas. Because they're better at this. Now, I'm going to save her, though. But first, get me some traitors, please. I'll show you my passion. Please do so. I'd love to see it. Dirty scumbag. Anyway. So, the enemy strategy. Check the enemy strategy. Will definitely succeed. Yep. Please let me take care of it. The enemy's next plan is armored cavalry. Okay, so now I'm going to keep that because she's the only ninja I have. See, unlike some characters, you can only use them once. And it's crazy. It's crazy that you get like many different ones you can actually choose from. But the hell of it is that there's like literally no need. I mean, unless they have enough army with them to even bother with it. It's like, why? I mean, nobody really thinks about it when you first play the game, unless someone really actually thinks about it, which they're very far rare between. And someone, because you never would have heard about it. Anyway, unless you were close by it. But, like, in other words, it's not in the news. Anybody actually thinks about, why do we have so many different options that we can use, and not that we shouldn't, that we'll never use them, is that we'll never use them or be able to as fully able to, because, it's pretty much over with before you can use all of them, because you only use a certain amount, and it's all you really need. I mean, I understand changing up the order and everything else, but what is the point? I mean, like, if they had enough army, excuse me while I mess with my ear here, maybe it might be a difference. Like, even though he's got 14,000, and just so you know, yeah, we're not meant to win this battle. I know it's a bit of a spoiler, but you might as well know. Yeah. Ow. 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 And I want to say, I think, yeah. Well, not the last time we'll have one of these, but anyway. So, let's go ahead and, but we'll just do this. Narcissist. You're my opponent, ha! Yeah. We have no chance. No matter what they do. So unfortunately, though, unlike in the fight against the first time against Malich, now I'm going to use her, because this is why I usually sparingly like this, because, I mean, I've actually done it where it just makes more sense to keep going at it, because, the enemy's next plan is armored cavalry again. Oh boy. So I guess we'll use bows. I can't catch bullets every time. See what else can do with arrows. Yeah. No matter what you do, you can't defeat it. So, Okay. I think we're done here. Come on, come on, call it. Call retreat, come on. Darn it. He's not going to do it. We lost a lot of people. Please take care of it. The enemy's next plan is Teal's charge. Oh boy. Yet another something we can't pass. So let's do magic. Wind Rune, show your power. Even though it says Wind Armored Cavalry, but it's supposed to be Teal's charge. So we're all over the place. Come on, let's call a retreat already. God, I hate when he doesn't do it already. This dude doesn't even want to call it yet. Okay. Alright. Please let me take care of it. Oh, I will. The enemy's next plan is Teal's charge. Oh, dang it. Again. Okay, so we're going to try and see if we can't get some others to join us. To make up for us losing our troops here. It's a big success! Now this is what I'm talking about. I'd love to see this happen more often, but it doesn't. Now, unlike the next few games, they don't actually introduce this, by the way. So, I don't even know why it was discontinued. I thought it was stupid, because you could be able to save their troops, you know, because, you know, anyway, so. Check the enemy's strategy. It fails sometimes. I don't like that. Now, the reason I also save the ninjas is because there's like so many. I think most of the time it's 6 times before it's over with. So, and you only have up to 3 times to use them. So you kind of want to make it count. What just happened? Damn it. Watch him fail this time. Ah, good, it's a success. That's good. Most of the time to get your 100% steal, come on, just let me save it, you stupid game. Anyway, save, mother trucker, save. Anyway, so now we're going to use what's his plan now? Armored cavalry? The enemy's next plan is armored cavalry. Like, it all matters. It's all the same anyway, whether it's Teal's attack or not. So let's just use, yeah, we can only use it once, I guess. We'll just, I'm not even going to try to boost it up. Anyway. I'll show you what true strength is. And even though we use charge, it doesn't really matter. We're done. Come on, man. How much more are we supposed to lose before it's over with? Fine. Like, it's really going to make a difference anyway. Yeah. I'm not even going to say it because it's really not worth it. So, yeah. I swear by my sword that I'll defeat you. Till shot the check. Anyway. There it is. We're all over. We should retreat. We're all over. We should retreat, Commander. Thank you. Finally. Took you long enough. This way will be wiped out, Commander. We pull out. We better hold up before we receive any more damage. Alexander. Go after them. Crush the Liberation Army. And the army. Master Killer, I'll hold them off. Please escape. Hurry.
Pahn, you can't fight them alone. Do you want to die? I mean, fart?
I don't plan to, but unless we are willing to risk our lives, we'll never stop Master Tio.
Oh, God, I already hate this. So, like I said, this is the point I was telling you about I didn't want to talk about.
Good luck.
No problem, but I'll be back for dinner.
Pahn, I'll see you later.
Please don't stop me, Master Killer. You must not fart here. I don't waste a life that Gremio gave you. I don't know if it really matters. Oh, okay, whatever. Okay, I don't remember any of this, but okay, let's just keep going then. See what happens. Okay. Alright.
In 10 years since I first met Master Teal, there's always been something on my mind. I'd like to fight him someday. Please forgive my waywardness.
I'm alright, buddy. Just, you know.
Let's go, Commander Killard. You have your duties, and Pahn has his. We cannot lose you now, no matter what the sacrifices. Please don't stop me, Master Killard. Master.
Yeah, fart. I don't know why we had to put...
Good luck.
It's a promise, Pahn.
Sure.
I already hate that. Stop that. Stop talking like that. You make me sick, you know that?
Pahn, get out of my way.
It's not really a good voice to give him, so... You know, anyway. I'm sorry, but I can't.
Are you to fight me, Pahn?
I was once an Imperial subject, and even betrayed Master Killard. But now I know exactly what I want and how I want to live. Now that I know those things, I cannot let them go.
I see. I never thought I would ever have to fight you. Alan Grenzel, stand back. It's one-on-one, Pahn.
On guard, Master Tio.
I'll show you no mercy, Pahn. Here I come. Finish me with a single blow.
I was not meant to do that, but let's, okay, so let's just, okay, so this time I'm going to fail it because, you know, this is what's, I know how to fail this. Doesn't really matter if you have items or not, but if you fail this, which can be done easily enough, especially if you are low level, as I've done this, the thing is that, you know, I'll show you what happens. Anyway.
I'll show no mercy, Pahn. Here I come.
Attack. And there it is.
Do you see how well we're mismatched?
I'm gonna save state in a different slot this time for sure. Defend.
The next one will be more painful.
And there it is. And he's gone.
That's enough, Pahn. Are you satisfied now, Pahn? How would you like to return to the Empire? I can help you, should you wish.
I'm sorry, Master Patil. I will choose my own path.
You know what happens to treasures when they are captured.
Yes.
Forgive me, Pahn.
I'm sorry, Gremio. I can't protect young master-in-law.
I don't remember any of this happening. I just remember I lost him. Anyway. So now, what has happened is that okay, he's off the list. I think he's supposed to be up here. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, he's grayed out. So here's what I was going to tell you. That he was grayed out, but somehow he was still... I never got that, but I know a buddy of mine who played this game, right?
back in the day before we did recording and everything. This was after my brother passed away. And so he was able to still use him for whatever reason. I don't understand. So what we're going to do is we're going to call this an episode here. And we'll reload it for the actual way we're supposed to do it. You know, and whatever. Because I am going to save state again because, you know, this is like the kind of the wrong way to do this. But I'll show you what happens when you succeed. But for now, because there's a reason why we want to do that as well, because there are certain things that will change depending on how things go. But yeah, if you had items on him, whether it was equipment or something that was very valuable, you just lost them. So, what a waste. And I'll see you guys next time. Until then, later.